Ladies and gentlemen, if I am a hypocrite, you can call me out on this. Because even I kind of think this is hypocritical. I am a kind if you are a type of person to say live your truth, I agree you should live your truth. But I'm also a type of person that's just like, some things just not need to be said. Now, I don't know if it's hypocritical, but you don't have to. It's one of those things where, and shout out to B Material Life because she sometimes says this. You don't have to, deliver that out there. And there's times where, sometimes there's things that you kind of put out there in the world that you just say you could have kept that in the vault. And a lot of those times where I agree with her, I really do agree with her. It's just I want you to live your truth. Don't get me wrong, but some things you just don't need to say out loud. And if that is hypocritical, you can call me out on it. I wish I do miss the times when things were taboo. Um, I you know what? It's just one of those things where it's just like I feel like the reason why you like some of the things is because they're taboo. For instance, I like a strip club. Why do I like the strip club? Because it's taboo. Like taboo, like it's one of those things where you really not don't like you're wasting your time there, you're wasting money there, like you're literally throwing away money in a strip club. It's one of those things. It's really, it's really, really taboo. It's one of those things where you just don't say out loud, like, "Oh, I'm going to the strip club" and all that other stuff. It's one of those things where you just go, you know, and people say, "Did I see you at this other strip club?" And you're like, "No, no." But in hindsight, you was there having a great old time, watching a bunch of booty cheeks clapping your face. I mean, now we live in an era where people go to strip clubs now, but it's just like going to Hooters. I guess going to a strip club is just like going to Hooters. Hell, even if you get a lap dance, hell, you might even get a lap dance with Hooters waitress now. The way everybody's so fucking sexual liberated and body positive and some shit like that. But that's not the point. It's just like I feel like if you go to a strip club, it's one of the things you don't really tell anybody. It's just you just go, and if they see you, they'll be like, "Yeah." Now, sometimes you'll tell your boy, "Hey, you want to get the strip club and all that stuff," and your boys will be like, "Yeah." Cause we like titties. If you like me, I like titties and I like ass. And there's a place where naked girls get they get naked for some money. Hey, there's a place for that. Now and then like I said, I know people like she's from like B. She's from Miami, so that culture is different. It's just like I could see, Miami, they have strip clubs and all that other stuff. And most of the people I know, they go to public school, they go to strip clubs. And I guess it's more acceptable there. Which is why they have this lifestyle they fucking have. That one I kind of understand. Other places is just like, you're not taking your girl to the strip club unless she's like really into that shit. But other than that, you're not really taking chick to no strip club. Hell, I've even had chicks. I've even had talks and conversation with some girls where it's just like they want to go to a strip club, but they never went to a strip club. And I was like, "Would you go if I take you?" And they'd be like, I'm not that curious." And it usually ends there. And the only reason I'm even bold enough to say that is because of the society we live in. 20 years ago, I would have never said, "Will you go to a strip club?" or some shit like that. Or it's just one of those things where it's just like, I gotta really know you to ask that question. I'm like, I'm not asking you off the break, or to a total stranger. Would you go to a strip club, or even the way information is shared? Or I've been watching some of these street interviews, and though I think some of them are fake, some of them are probably real. They're probably real people that get drunk or some shit, and they say the dumbest shit. Um, some of them like you just share too much. I feel like a lot of people just share too much, where you just look at him and just like you could have kept that into the vote. Sukiana, and I hate to pick on Sukiana because I done probably picked on Sukiana on this channel many times, but she is one of them. I think she is a whole taboo. It's like anybody that dates her is a taboo because there is something really wrong with that bitch. It's like I remember the first time I saw her, and she said, "I so what if I'm retarded, ho? I know how to count money." And then the whole "I'm not a musician. I make music, but I'm not a musician" thing, and it's just one of those things in the back of my mind. It's just like, is this the bitch we made famous? This is one of my, I've done said this many of times. Like her and Sexy Red are one of the people like you don't openly admit you date or even fuck. But if someone find out, you'd be like, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Yo, I've seen Sexy Red without makeup, with makeup and all that other stuff. It's just like you not openly admitting you're fucking Sexy Red, which is another weird thing with Ada. Not Ada Ross. Was it Ada Ross? Yeah, Ada Ross. When the white boy Ada Ross did that shit was weird. It's like, why are you giving me this information? And why are you telling me? Wait, whether this is fake or not, I don't know if it's fake or not, but why are you giving me this information? And so, why are you telling me this is the bitch you fucked? Especially when you get money, you can get some badder bitches than Sexy Red. Yes, I said it. There are better bitches than Sexy Red. There's, but like I said, she is something person just like you don't tell people like you don't bring people home be like, yo, this her. This one girl. This one of them joints where you like fuck on the side and be like, yo, bitch, don't tell nobody we fuck. Like you're like, why, daddy? It's just like she's the Instagram where she's like you take a picture of her and you put a smiley face on her because you don't want people to know y'all fucking or y'all or having a type of relationship together. Like you keep that shit on the low. Her and especially Sukiana, because her ass is retarded. Sometimes I miss with things with Taboo. I feel like that some things are fun with it, Taboo. Um, some things, and then it's just like some things you don't need to tell people. Why are we explaining information? It's like I don't need to know you got a train wreck on you, ladies. And I'm gonna be real with you, ladies, too. Some of your sexual escapades are really trifling, are really dirty, and are really trifling. And it's just like I don't want to hear this shit. And I maybe because I sometimes I need to fix this. I will sometimes put a woman that I like on a pedestal a little bit. I don't put in the words is 40-year version. You don't need to put the pussy on the pedestal, but it's not even like putting the pussy on the pedestal. If I like you, I think you're something sweet and all that other stuff. I do not want to hear the fact that the homies done the fucking ran through you. That's the last thing. Yo, she the neighborhood fucking anyway. Niggas look at her and be like, "Oh, that's her." Yo, my nigga, she the neighborhood fucking hoe. Nigga, I done had that. Nigga, I done ran through that shit many a time. Niggas do not want to hear that about their woman, which is why men are so selective when it comes to picking women. And sometimes some of these women are not getting picked because you know that some of these women were throwing the pussy away for free. Damn near giving it to free. It's like fuck a taste test. It's one of those things where it's just like they'll throw it in your face, be like, "You want this pussy?" It's like I'll take you, and him, and all that stuff. You don't, you don't tell people you do this shit, but motherfuckers. It's just like now we're delivering that information. I do feel like there are things that you just sometimes just keep it to yourself. You know what? You have to let the world fucking know, especially if it. Now I know this is weird because we're just coming up on a time where Dan Snyder, that other stuff. That shit, no, that shit needed to come out. All right, or even with the allegations with Diddy, that shit need to come out. I'm talking about the shit that is harmless. It don't hurt nobody, and like no one gets in real trouble even if you did it, but like morally, and it makes your skin crawl. That's the type of shit just like legally is you didn't do anything wrong, but morally it makes your skin crawl. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. And like Sukiana always said this. She's the epitome of that. Uh, the same thing. It's just like dudes. It's just like you telling niggas you done the quarter body or some shit like that. It's just like I don't need to hear that. It's bad enough you I think the people be snitching on you, but you're the one that's snitch on yourself. You coming out there with motherfucking guns, you know that it's not licensed. You probably showing your hand pieces to someone, and they're like, "Isn't this illegal?" He was like, "Don't tell nobody." I was like, "Nigga, there's a camera right there. They literally see you." Niggas, cause niggas who do that, they kind of retarded too, or just stupid. It's just how many rappers I done seen incriminate themselves on a daily basis, just on Instagram or Facebook Live or even TikTok Live. It's like, what's the point of snitching when niggas snitch on themselves? Exactly, exactly. Now it's just like a lot of it's just I understand like people want to live their truth. They don't want to be bound by what the hell you think, but at the same time, there is definitely links to be taken for a lot of these people. You can't just immediately jump in and then just throw in your shadow. It will hurt someone's feelings. Especially if they thinking a word to you. Ladies, when you got a man thinking of the world to you, the last thing you want to tell him is your sexual escapades that you probably know that he will look at you different or like a slut if you ever told him. And yet y'all women tell that shit like it's nothing. And he the one looking at you like, who the fuck did I marry? That is, and you know that's true because it's probably doesn't happen to most of y'all females at present. I can speak. It's probably happened to most of you women on many occasions. Now it is almost 5 in the morning. These are late night hours. This shit was just on my mind that I think we should go back to just having things more taboo. I feel like there's things, not even that. It's just that we don't need to share everything. We don't need to share everything. Not like like I said, to me, have you ever watched porn? I've watched porn. But porn is again not something that you celebrate or you tell people out loud. But a lot of people, and usually on, I'm noticing on Twitter, and a lot of other content creators are talking about this lately. Like, you just go to Twitter and every other it's either porn or people selling their OnlyFans or people selling their bodies in one thing or people getting half naked. This shit is crazy. Like back in the day, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but back in my days, you couldn't even do that. Like when they found out you were a whore of Babylon, I'm not gonna say they scaled and burned you like a witch, but you're not. They don't mess with you no more. It's like, nah, that bitch a hoe. I don't need to be around these hoes or some shit like that. It be like that sometimes. Sometimes you don't need to be around people that just brings out the worst in you. And yet a lot of y'all still do that. But overall, just some things is just not to be said. Some things you could just keep to yourself and people still rock with you. And there you have it, everybody. That's my final rant. That's my final rant. That is my rant for tonight. Excuse me, I was thinking about final thoughts. That is my rant for tonight. If you enjoyed my rant, I have plenty more on my channel. You can look through the archives of me ranting about random stuff. Um, Follow me on my socials at Oski on Fly. Uh, then to again, till we meet again. My name is Oski on Fly, and I am out. Peace.